Just my final demo of E3. Oh man, that's sad, but it's gonna be a great last one. I was looking into this game just the last few days, and I'm really excited about it. We have the guys from Adventures of Pip on the stage. So we got Kathy, Mark, and Sharif.
Yes,
guys,
sir.
it's a pleasure to have you on.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? Have you survived E3?
Yeah,
Yes.
barely. Oh my gosh.
you all look like really happy, but also kind of tired.
We're
how
a
I
little
feel,
tired.
Which is how I feel.
After
So,
party.
what are you going to show off today? Well, how are you going to tell us about the game?
So, just so everybody knows, Adventures of Pip was a Kickstart project that we
Yep.
did last month. We didn't get funded, but we haven't given up. We're really working hard on the project still. We're going to reboot this Kickstarter in July, end of July, and try to get this game funded. We wanted to show you a quick video that we put together first for the Kickstarter that kind of tells you a little bit about the game. The game is very unique. I mean, it's a very original idea, very innovative. Mark came up with it, and I mean, I love this idea. So
this is the idea that you start as a single pixel. Is that
Exactly.
One
right?
single
Give
pixel.
us the backstory, does the trailer give us the backstory?
The trailer
let's
gives the
start-
backstory. We could talk over the. Can we talk over the trailer?
Yeah, if you want.
oh,
Yeah, we can talk
okay.
over the trailer. In fact, here it comes.
So, what you see in the storyline is that an evil queen comes over and she takes all the pixels from the kingdom, and everybody gets de-rezzed, and you, as this single little pixel, have to save the entire kingdom from this evil queen. And so, as you kill enemies, you absorb the pixels into yourself, and you gain new abilities. And so, what we're going to demo, what Kathy's going to demo, is all the different abilities that you're going to have, and all the evolutions and what they do for you.
Okay.
So as you saw in the video, there's multiple stages of Pip's evolution.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to see like some of those stages. We unlocked all the evolution stages for up to a point for the sake of this demo, but you won't have them all in the beginning. So with no further ado, here is our demo.
Let's cut to the demo.
So we start
Okay.
off with the world map. You select the stage that you're going to go into. Right now, this is our forest scene. This is where the whole gameplay starts out. And what you can see is that our environments are really low resolution, and eventually, as you get further into the game, the resolutions get higher and higher.
And that's because
Everything is up-resing,
yeah.
everything's getting more difficult. The more pixels an enemy has, the denser it is, the more abilities it has, so it gets more, they get more challenging in that sort of way.
Now, as you see here, as Kathy's playing, Pip only has one ability right now, and that's really the ability to hop over things. And this is shortly after the village has been de-rezzed, and Pip is now escaping, trying to get to the evil queen to rescue the princess.
So right now, a lot of the gameplay is very typical hop and bop type of
Yeah.
gameplay because all
very
she is-
reminiscent of like Thomas Was Alone, but with just being a little shape for there, yeah.
So we play with a lot of just moving platforms and jumping enemies, and you can hop on your enemies to defeat them at this point.
Yeah. So what was in that chest there? I missed that. what was inside it?
Oh, it's coins. So there's going to be a monetary system where you can then go in between levels and then purchase new upgrades, purchase new weapons. So there'll be a lot of things that you can find. There'll also be a lot of hidden items that you can search for in like little hidden zones and secret areas. Oh, this is the hard part.
Oh, this is hard.
Oh,
Nice,
Kathy,
good
go.
job.
Ah,
Kathy's got the skills. Yes, she does.
She does. That
My
girl has
word.
Kid Icarus tattoos on her wrist. When she gets a chance, you can see them.
A lot of practice.
She is.
Oh, it's not over yet. Okay.
She's
So where
a
did you-
gamer's gamer.
Oh,
So Mark,
okay.
where did you get this idea from then? If this was your idea,
You
where
know
did it come
what?
from?
I grew up on pixel games. I'm a kid of the 80s. And,
Yeah.
I've been working in the industry for a while, and I started out in the GBA games. I'm an animator too.
Yeah.
So I did a
Can
lot
I
of
tell a
pixel.
little?
What?
So me and Mark used to work at Way Forward. I got him when he was out of Cal Arts working at Way Forward as a QA guy. And then what we were doing is like Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance, and the art was a lot more limited back then. And then Mark stayed at Way Forward for almost,
10 years.
for 10 years.
Wow.
And art evolved over time like ridiculous, So I think what he told me when we were first looking at this to do it internally in the studio, he said, I want to do something that kind of is like a homage to like all the different styles of art that I had worked on and seen in games, but at the same time I wanted to have a real story behind it.
So how did you? I kind of missed that. How exactly did you unlock these new form? Right. So you've got a few more pixels. Where did you get them from?
Oh no! What?
I'm sorry, could you repeat
so
it? It's a little
how
loud.
are you kind of getting these new forms? Is it because they're unlocked already?
So as you, what we're doing is we're skipping through
Right, okay.
being able to earn the new abilities.
Yeah.
So just for the demo purposes, once she got through the midpoint, she was able to get 3 new evolutions. And the way you get to access more abilities is each enemy you kill, the pixels come out of it and go into yourself.
Oh, so when you have enough, you can then upgrade it.
Yes.
And then, but once you have kind of evolved more, you can like de-evolve, right?
You
And
can.
then
Yes, you
go
can,
back,
you
yeah.
can choose to de-evolve for specific situations. So as you can see,
Yeah.
when Kathy has to go into like a tight area, she'll de-evolve. Or if she's too heavy for certain blocks, she'll fall through those blocks. So she gotta make
okay.
sure that she stays small for them. But with each evolution, the whole idea and moral behind the game is that as you evolve, yes, you become stronger, but there's also advantages to being small as well. So the idea is that, there's strength no matter what size or shape you are. And
That's almost got a nice,
yeah,
a
that's
nice
the-
message about video games in general. That, sometimes you don't need big fancy graphics. Sometimes 1 pixel's enough.
Sometimes
Definitely.
simple is better.
Nice commentary on that. Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. You also see some villagers scattered throughout the environment. They're also going to be rescued as you go through the world. They've also escaped through the Dark Queen's attack on the city. So you'll have to go through and save them all from the world. Right now, there's a little bit of a feature enhancement that Mark is adding into the level. So the pickup isn't exactly in there right now.
And the villagers will, depending on where they're placed, some could be placed in really hard to access areas, and they'll hold, bigger unlockable things like secret weapons and stuff like that.
Good job.
So here Kathy can de-evolve to access these small areas, or she can re-evolve and then break through the blocks down there. Right.
So do you have any other stages you can show off for us today, or is this? Could you skip ahead to another one, just to kind of show off some of the diversity in the game, some of the later level stuff?
For do we have any teleport for right now, or to show up swamp levels or any of the dark caverns or?
What our
castle?
plan is for, we're trying to put together a demo that we can probably show at PAX. Can we talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about that. Sure.
And what we're going to do is try and put together a level package of the forest. We're also going to have a swamp level and a caves level as well.
So what's your plan then over the next few weeks and months for getting Pip out there? When are you planning on having it in a form where people can buy it? What's your strategy?
We're targeting January right now because we're looking at everything and we're saying, without, for sure the Kickstarter being funded, we need to start communicating that later date, because we don't know how many people. We're going to always be working on Pip, even if we have to donate blood to keep it going. But, the Kickstarter gets funded, hoping we could get it done in November, But the biggest thing for us is making sure it's done right, get that critical mass of content, get it so that all the gameplay is super polished and just it feels amazing for the players. So that's really the goal for us is saying let's make it perfect, but January is kind of our late date.
Okay. So if people wanted to know more about Pip, how can they do it? Where should they go?
I'm sorry?
If people want to know more about the game, where should they go?
Go to www.tiktokgames.com or go hit us up on Twitter at TikTokGames, or Facebook.
We'll definitely
/TikTok
keep on
Games.
putting up updates on our Twitter, and we've got a Tuesday Twitch feed that we do every week.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
People can get to your Kickstarter through there and things like that, right?
Absolutely. They could go to the link now, but because we haven't rebooted it yet, they will just see all the information that was on there before. Anybody who funded it, you're getting the updates now. You know about this today, so thanks for joining us. But yeah, so you could check that link, and that will be active again in July, end of July.
Brilliant. Well, guys, it's been really lovely having you on stage. It's been great to
see you here, man.
see your game.
And Kojima's
it's
right
really,
there.
I know, right?
That's
And
so
Kojima
freaking
is over
awesome.
there. What? I know, it's crazy.
Goosebumps,
Did you ever
man.
think you'd be on the stage across from Kojima?
No
I did
way.
not. No way.
We got a picture.
I didn't think I would either.
He's
It's
totally
crazy.
cool. He took a picture with Kathy. That was awesome.
That's
so.
awesome. Well, guys, as I say, absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Good
Hey,
luck. All the
thanks
best
for
with the
having
game.
us, man. Really appreciate it.
Have you guys at home?